Good morning, everyone. Morning. Welcome to February 9th, 2026. It's Monday morning, brand new week. Oh, look. Can you guys see that up in the sky? That's shooting right here. Do you see it? Right there. That's shooting whatever that is. A rocket? Do you see that red thing in the sky to the left of the screen? Can you see that? What is that? A rocket or something? I don't know what that is. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like toward the center, but more to the left. What is that going up in the sky? I don't know what that is. So good morning. down here. There you go. Can you hear it now? Can you hear now? Yes, Joey, it's different because I'm doing it horizontal. See that, Joe? Hello, hello, Michael. Hello, Joey and Daryl and my Rhonda. Hello, Allie. Sunshine when Allie's there. Bumblebees, ladybugs, and butterflies. Hello, Grandma Moore. I owe you something, don't I? Darn, darn, darn. I will get right back to you. Can you guys hear me okay? Loud and clear. Okay. Well, that's the sunrise. It's freezing out here. Let me see what the temperature is. My goodness. Can we get a break from this already? Woo! Let's see. Oh, no wonder I'm cold. It's -1 out here. Yowza. Yowza. Grandma Moore, I will get that to you as soon as I'm done here. I have to listen to the affirmations, if you have one today, and also Yvonne's. I have to listen to Yvonne's. I can't do anything else until I do that. Looks the same on your phone? Well, it's horizontal, Michael. It's horizontal. Holy cow. It's cold. Oh my goodness, it's so cold out here. We'll do a little bit more of the sunrise here. I could just leave the blinds open, and if it goes up prettier, I can just show it to you out the window, maybe. I can't wait till I can go back on my porch. Oh, man. I'm hoping like March I can go back on the porch, which is next month. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day. That would be a great day to be able to go back on the porch and listen to the birds. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay, Libby. Yeah, I think I'm going in. If Justin's here, fair warning, we're going on a field trip. Everybody, we're going on a field trip. Gabriel. Gabe. I'm right here. Come on. You coming? There you go. Old fart. Good morning, Debbie Sue. We're gonna go on a field trip. Did you guys see that red thing in the very beginning? It's still up in the sky. Can you see that? It was going straight up, now it's going across. Here's the boobalubas. Whoop. Gabe, say hi. Libby. Ooh, Libby, say hi. Okay. Now you had enough. Let's go. Yeah, she wants to go in. Woo. That's the boobalubas. Okay, Bubba. She's running in. Come on, Gaby. Okay, so I got my coffee cup glasses on today. Oh my God, it's so warm in here. Ay, ay, ay. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Let me close this door. Okay, here we go. Satellite radio. Okay. All right, all right, all right. All right, everybody's in. Everybody's in. Okay. Whew. Oh, there's my big old hand over across the thing again. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry. I know, you need to see. All right. Okay. There we go. Here I am, guys. Woo, this is cold out there. Oh, I was coming up the steps. I dropped my phone, the one I use for here. And then, I think I dropped my phone down the steps. I get to the very top of the steps. I drop it again. What is up with that? Guess what I did? I left my other phone so I can see what you're saying outside. This is getting ridiculous. I need like a, Joey, I need you to come here to America and be my helper. Hello, Rick. I'll be right back. Another delay. Please don't hold it against me. I left the other phone outside. Now I gotta go back out there. Let me see if it's out there. What did I do with that? I don't see it. It probably fell down in the snow. I have no idea where that is. Libby, did you take it? I have no idea where I put my other phone. It's probably out there. It fell off the railing into the snow. So I'm not going to be able to see what you guys are saying besides two lines. That is so irritating to me. Okay. So let's see. Everybody's saying good morning, good morning, good morning. Gabriel took it. Gabriel, yes, he did. But he can't see very well. But guess what? I just found it. It was inside my Bible. Here's my new phone case. I don't like it because you can't push the buttons on the side. Okay, here we go. So today I was reflecting on, you know how I just opened the Bible. So this morning, I was reflecting on some things here in the Bible, and some things in here that I read. How can I get this? Did everybody stay up late for the Super Bowl when you're all here? Thank you for hitting the hug button. Thank you for hitting that. So I opened it to Matthew 5, and then I just moved my finger down, and it went to Matthew 5. What did I read? 13. I went to Matthew 5:13, and I still didn't get the Bible with the big writing. So please be patient with me. I need a Bible with big writing. Does anyone have one lying around? Okay, so I came across the, it says the similes of salt and light. So I read, you are the salt of the earth, but the salt loses its taste. With what can it be seasoned? It is no longer good for anything, but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city set on a mountain cannot be hidden. Nor do they light a lamp and then put it under a bushel basket. It's just like, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Put it under a bushel basket. And my kids would say, put it under a bushel basket. No! That little song. Nor can they nor do they light a lamp and then put it under a bushel basket. It is set on a lampstand where it gives light to all in the house. Just so your light must shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your heavenly Father. So I was thinking, because I was always taught that, we do our good deeds in privacy, like we don't say anything about them. We just do it, right? So it says, because this has like the layman terms, It says the poor in spirit in Old Testament, the poor are those who are without material possessions and those whose confidence is in God. These are the notes in here. Matthew added in spirit in order either to indicate that only the devout poor were meant or to extend the beatitude to all of whatever social rank who recognize their complete dependence on God. The same phrase, poor in spirit, is found in the Qumran literature. So what I was getting from it, and then I wanted to make sure I was right, because I've read this before, but I never really meditated on it. So I think it's like, let your good deeds shine so you can praise our Heavenly Father. So people can see your good deeds, not that you're tooting your own horn, but if you follow God and be a good Christian, people see that, you know, you're a good Christian, and look what good Christians do. They shine their light. They're good people. They help others. Just like I'm always saying, let your kindness shine. That could be your light, you know, helping someone with their groceries, a simple smile, things like that. You know, just that's what I'm getting from it. What are you guys getting from it? Let me know. I also wrote to myself, let good deeds shine, so that everybody can praise our Heavenly Father. Being kind, like smile, listen intently to people who don't have anyone to listen to them. Or giving someone a call, like your granny, if she doesn't get to go out very often, call her, you know. Or you could call someone in need and just listen to them or help them out. You know, there's a lot of people on my street that are older, and my neighbor across the street, Jean, she can't get around a lot, but she does have a cleaning lady come in. I'm assuming that's what the lady is, because I've seen her doing things out, sweeping the porch and stuff. But her son is kind of handicapped too, so he can't get around very well either. So, oh my goodness, these dogs. I'm telling you what. Hola, amigos. Hello, Scott. We were just talking about, and my dogs are in trouble, so I have to give them some bacon. Bacon, what are these things called? Beggin strips. Beggin. There you go, Gabe. You got to watch Libby, because Gabe can't see, so she'll take his treat because he can't see it. He's too busy sniffing around. But anyway, you know, being kind, smile intently, or, you know, help someone in need. And when they're talking about, the salt, this is my perception. We want to preserve our goodness and maintain what is good. And as far as our light, that's what I'm talking about with the light shining through God, shining for God through your good deeds. We're not shouting, look at me, I did this. You're just like showing an example of who you are and how you act. It's not, like I said, it's not tooting your horn like, hey, look at me, I went over and helped the lady across the street. You know, does that sound? It's just living authentically so people can see your goodness and your character. Your character reflects that. Like, you know, like I told my kids long ago, you know, who you hang out with. Thank you, Scott. But like I always told my kids, you know, your character shows through, you know, who you're hanging out with. You know, even though you don't do some of those things, but you hang out with them, so people assume that that's how you act too. So if you're hanging out with some thugs, sorry, that's just one of those terminology from you know, my age. But if you're hanging out with people like that, then people are going to think that that's the way you are. So I don't know. It's really weird. That is so weird, because Debbie Sue had a wrench next to her name and everybody else has a shield. Boy, all these things are, but aloha. We're all like wishing we were there. So, good morning, Yvonne. I didn't see you come in. So,
yeah, through our character and through the way we act and behave. And I don't know, I was just really focused on that this morning. And then I also read Isaiah, I think it was 58. Isaiah 50, let me see, chapter 58. Where did I go? Where did I go with this? I think it ends down here. My pages are stuck. I'm telling you, I really need a Bible with bigger writing. Goodness gracious. 58, here it is. Because did you guys know that Lent starts this week? Like, those of you that observe Ash Wednesday is on Wednesday, isn't it? Or is that next week? Is that this week or next week? I don't know. Because I thought, boy, it's starting early this year, and for it to start in February. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure there's someone out there that can correct me. So I read, what was it? 58, 7 through 10, I think it was. Let me get my bearings together here. Okay, it says, if you bestow, wait, what did I read? 7. It started at 7, so it's the bottom of the page, Sal. Get it together. Okay. But the bottom of the page. Sharing your bread with the hungry, sheltering the oppressed and the homeless, clothing the naked when you see them, and not turning your back on your own. Then your light shall break forth like the dawn, and your wounds shall quickly be healed. Your vindication shall go before you, and the glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Then you shall call, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry for help, and he will say, here I am. If you remove from your midst oppression, false accusations, and malicious speech. So, always like gossiping and things like that, or making comments about someone that aren't true. Like you can ruin their character by doing those kind of things. And it says, if you bestow your bread on the hungry and satisfy the afflicted, then the light shall rise for you in the darkness, and the gloom shall become for you like midday. Then the Lord will guide you always and give you plenty, even on the parched land. He will renew your strength, and you shall be like a watered garden, like a spring whose water never fails. I mean, I think we read something about that last week. It's like, we'd be like a watered garden, like we'll be flourishing and things like that. I know a lot of people are starting to build their little things for garden. Oh, you're leaving, Allie? Okay, honey. Taking the kiddo to school. If you hold back your foot on the Sabbath from following your own pursuits on my holy day, if you call the Sabbath a delight and the Lord's holy day honorable, if you honor it by not following your ways, seeking your own interest, or speaking with malice, then you shall delight in the Lord, and I will make you ride on the heights of the earth. So, like keeping the Sabbath holy, used to be, there was that blue law where, everything was closed back in the day. I'm sure you're all too young to remember the blue law, but it was where the stores weren't open on Sundays, like the bars and the liquor store and all that. You couldn't have. They observed the United States observed it, but now we're having a little bit of trouble with even wanting to take God out of the Pledge of Allegiance, which I don't know about that. I don't know where that is right now, but Gabriel, I gave you 3 treats. You can't have them all because you're going to get a belly ache and then you're going to throw up all over the bed like yesterday. And then what did I do? Did I go somewhere else this morning? I think I went into, I'm not sure. I think I was in 1 Corinthians for some reason. Let me see. Did I? Yeah, I was in 1 Corinthians 2, 1 through 5. I just flipped around there. And let me find chapter 2. I had little stickies in there, but the sticky part was I reused it so many times that it's not sticky anymore. Yikes. All right, thank you for being patient with this old lady here. All right, so I don't know. I was just drawn to the Bible this morning instead of the other readings. I wanted to add to it. So I read from chapter 2, 1 through 5. When I came to you, brothers and sisters, proclaiming the mystery of God, I did not come with sublimity, okay, you know what, of words or of wisdom, for I resolved to know nothing while I was with you except Jesus Christ and Him crucified. I came to you in weakness and fear and much trembling, and my message and my proclamation were not with the persuasive words of wisdom, but with a demonstration of spirit in power. I'm sorry, it's so small. So that your faith might rest not on human wisdom, but on the power of God. So it's not our wisdom, it's not our human, intelligence, but instead from God and the Holy Spirit. Yet we do speak a wisdom to those who mature, but not a wisdom at this age, nor the rules of his age, who are passing away. Rather, we speak God's wisdom, mysterious, hidden, which God predetermined before the ages for our glory, and which none of the rulers of this age knew. For if they had known, they would not have had crucified the Lord. But as it is written, what eye has not seen, and ear has not heard, and what has not entered the human heart, what God has prepared for those who love Him. This God has revealed to us through the Spirit, through the Holy Spirit. So, I mean, that says it all right there, too, because we were supposed to act with humility and relying on God's power rather than, our intelligence, our human intelligence. And so we were supposed to rely on the Holy Spirit. I'm going to have to get that blind. Another cut. Cut. Or what am I doing? I'm pulling a Dan. All right. I knew I shouldn't open that all the way, but it's so beautiful when the sun comes in, but not if you're sitting there. I'm going to have to move the desk somewhere else, or I finally finish my studio. Let me pull these blinds here. There we go. So, relying on the Holy Spirit instead of, it's in our hearts, right? All right, move out the way, the dog. So yeah, I like the sunlight in here. But that's what I came up with this morning. I was just, because I woke up again at 1:30. This is the third day in a row. Hello, Justin. Yes, I said I'm pulling a Daniel. That's what Scott calls it, right? But anyway, we're not tooting our own horn by, letting people see the goodness that we do. It's not like you should be bragging about it. But I always had a problem with, I don't know, these Catholics are going to get me here, because I'm Catholic. So, but Ash Wednesday, if I'm missing the significance, because I'm 60 years old and I always wondered about this, but Ash Wednesday, when you go to Mass on Ash Wednesday, the beginning of the Lenten season, and you get the ashes on your head, and you only should get the ashes on your head if you're going to be, giving up something. Now, my thing is, first, number one, why are you giving up something? You don't always have to give up something. Why don't you do something more? You know, show more kindness. Why do you have to give up candy or watching your favorite TV show, right? Why are you giving up something? Because, you know, yeah, that's showing God your faith, but why not show kindness or other things? Do something more than giving up candy, you know, or that's more to benefit you too, because you lose weight or whatever from not eating whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I don't understand why people were always saying I'm giving up this or I'm giving up that. And I know you're supposed to try to show God that you're doing things, but why not do the extra effort, taking more time out of your day to do acts of kindness, which we should be doing anyway? That was just my philosophy. And then also, I always thought about, why are we, if we're supposed to not be tooting our own horn and stuff, the ashes on your forehead, they put it in the sign of a cross on your forehead, to show that you're a Christian. And I understand that part, but I don't know. I just get so, I always think deeper than I should, probably. Just like, when I always ask the nun and the priest all through my ages, who is God? And I always got the answer, he always is and always will be. But I don't know. I just always wanted more of an answer. I mean, I believe in God and everything, but that's kind of deep, huh? I guess I get too deep. Let's see, everybody else here. Let me see if I missed anybody. Justin's here now. Scott's here. CL's here. Good morning, everyone. Oh, Allie had to take her dad to the hospital for his monthly procedure. Yes. Oh, I had a lovely conversation with Allie. Called me yesterday. We talked for like an hour and a half. But that girl is so sweet, guys. You need to check out her channel. Gabriel, come on, my darling. But I don't even like fishing, and I watched her channel. So there you go. I don't know. We have 10 people in here, guys. I need some more hugs. Deep is sometimes what someone needs to hear. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not questioning my faith in God. It's just that sometimes I just wonder about stuff. I guess that's the teacher in me. I don't know. I'm inquisitive. It says here, I am the one with the one. Sometimes my mind feels crowded, planning, deciding, doing. I'm thinking about what to wear, what to eat, what needs to get done. Oh my gosh, that is me all over the place. But even in the swirl of daily distraction, I know there's a threshold I can cross. I picture a doorway between scattered thoughts and quiet clarity, and with a breath, I step through. On the other side, I remember I'm not separate. I'm one with God, the divine presence, with my highest self. Resting in the awareness, something deeper is revealed. I'm not just in the presence, I am one with the presence. Then a greater truth unfolds. I am one with all that is. Every person, every leaf, every star, every sunrise, right? There's no separation. I trust I am one with the one great love that blesses all. And from Galatians 3:28, there is no longer Jew or Greek. There is no longer slave or free. There is no longer male and female. For all of you are one in Christ Jesus. So we're all one. We're all one people. We're all, one core tribe, right? We're all Christians, and we're all trying to do the best we can. That should also say, I am the presence. Okay, Gabe. But we're all together, and we're all trying to do the best we can. And sometimes, yeah, we have bad days, right? Sometimes we get snippety and stuff. We don't mean to, but sometimes you just, sometimes when I'm driving and cars are pulling in front of me and just being, and I always say, God, you're people. I say that to God. God, you're people today. God, please take a hold of them. Just let me get home. But anyway, so It's just sometimes you just sometimes. But this morning I chose to, usually some of you that know me, I usually do like I have my discussion with Alexa, aka Ziggy, and then she tells me the holidays for today. Good morning, Mel's. Good morning, and the silly holidays. And then she also, I said, you know what? I think I'm just gonna, instead of, doing my concert, because I always have a concert in the morning. She plays me songs to get me going in the morning, how I'm always, my normal self. But today I said, you know what? She's like, well, what do you want to play today? And I was like, no, I'm not playing anything today. I think I'm just going to get my Bible out with my magnifying glass and just flip through it and see what I can see. And it was just, and I said, really, I'm reading this. I said to myself, I say this all the time. So it's like monotonous for you guys to hear me say, be kind and try to do better, with people. And, I try to be kind to people. Sometimes people just look at you like, what are you talking to me? And it's like, yeah, I am. But those kind of things I was doing this morning. And, granted, I'm not as hippity happy here, but I did reflect on the word. I think I'm more deep in thought today than, woo, but then again, Kid Lemon wasn't here. But back to the silly holidays. If you know Mike Adventure Sparks, you know how he had his video that I don't know if it went viral or whatever, but all of us really enjoyed it. The toilet in the camper. And when Alexa told me that one of the holidays today, you're not going to believe this. It's National Poop Day. Honest to God, honest. But I was like, what in the world are you talking about? But she said it's a day that we reflect upon, like getting, like a colonoscopy and thing like that, like all your digestive tracts, and going to the doctor, making appointments to do that. But they should name it something else than National Poop Day. But that'll probably be the short here, yeah, that YouTube does. But it's I don't know. It's something how, these weird little holidays come up, but I got 100K off that video. Did you really? 1,000? Wow. Wow. I've had a couple videos that got high, but I don't think I've ever had 1,000. My friend that I follow, she's really gotten high. I think she's like 375,000 subscribers, and I was watching her on her videos yesterday, and she had said that one of her videos hit 3.7 million, and I was like, what? I was like, I didn't know that. That's a lot. But then I was looking at her videos, the ones that hit in the million, like she had two that hit million. Good morning, Sadman. Good morning. But they were ones that because she's been trying to lose weight for years, and she does this diet, that diet, this exercise plan, and then she finally bought another house, and the garage thing she made into a gym, and she put a lot of money into that. So the only ones that got that is like when she's wearing like a sports bra and like, like exercise pants. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'll be all about exercise and eating healthy, but no. But that's where I draw the line, because I don't know, I'm just very modest. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of channels like that. But not that it's bad. Not that it's bad, B. I'm not saying anything about you. Just I prefer not to do exercise clothes. I mean, everybody, you know what? I'm not going to say anything else. Good morning, Lori. I didn't see you come in, honey. I'm doing the horizontal again here. So, yeah, bike shorts and a tank top, Mel, but, just the bra thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just jelly because I don't have a midriff to expose. I don't know, but that's I don't know. I need to just be quiet. I get myself into trouble talking, and then people take it the wrong way. When vidIQ tells me that these are the videos in Nature Niche that perform well, and it's a bunch of girls in bikinis, well, no wonder. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. No, it's not necessarily because she's not thin. And good morning, Carol. Good morning, my darling. No, she's chubby, but and then it showed like pictures of her as she lost weight, and she's really doing well now. She's in her 30s now, but she's doing really well now with the keto. She's doing keto, but now she's like after the holidays, she starts to fall off and that. But I think she gained like 5 or 7 pounds, and I know that the haters are probably really getting on her about that, and she has like depression and stuff, so that's not nice, But she's trying her best, and everybody falls off the bandwagon every once in a while, yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter. Like when I'm at home, yeah, if it's hot, I will put my sports bra on and my exercise pants, but that's just in my house, with the drapes drawn, but no, I don't go out and garden and stuff like that. Anyway, but that's I mean, just God bless her because she's really trying hard last night because I got my first troll. Oh, and I missed it. Lori, I fell asleep. I had you on. You saw it. You said good morning or good evening to me and everything. And then next thing I know, I woke up at like 10 o'clock and I'm like, no, it wasn't 10 o'clock. It was 8:20 or something like that. And I said, oh no, I miss Lori. And then I said, I know. But I woke up and then I said, oh, Nana's on. I got to go over to Nana because I like to support people. But man, I was out like a light. I guess I talked too much with with Allie. That takes a lot of energy talking, it's like, ah, yeah. But yeah, so did you have much, did your moderators have to work hard? Because there was a couple of times when I was on Yvonne's, and that poor girl was getting attacked by all kinds of ding dongs. But I think Sunny showed her, Sunny Chronicles showed her how to do something on there. Well, just like, yeah, I want everyone to, CL, God bless you, because you know what? A lot of people are in competition on here. And that's the thing I like about, this community, because everybody's for each other. We're cheering each other on. And I like that you said that, that you want everybody to go viral. Because I do. I want everyone to be, successful. I mean, I was cheering Mike on with his videos and things like that. I'd hate to say it, but the New England Patriots YouTube account never subscribed to my channel. And what happened to that? Oh my gosh. But that's true, Scott. But we're all in it together. And like when I go to Lori's and Scott's and some other people's live, it's like, they're very organized, not like me. I have to go outside, look for my phone, and 5 minutes late every day. I try my best, but it's always 7:05. But Gabe, stop. But I have a zoo here that wants to be let out. This, that. And I said, I'm gonna be late. But it's not always their fault. But like when you go to each other's channels like that, and it's like, we're going to like meet with like, family, just sitting around and just talking around the table with a good cup of coffee. And I don't know. There's something about it, and I just really love your channels. And guys, I'm referring to Scott from Escaping the Suburbs, and also Lori Soul Circle, Mike Adventure Spark. I mean, Mel has her like, see, that's what I start doing. I start doing advertisements and then I remember people's names, but I know Princess Mel's. I don't think I really want to grow via 1 or 2 viral videos. I think slow and steady build. Yes. 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 Scott, yes. You care about each other and it allows you to grow. And you know what? I was telling, yes, exactly. Because, you know, like I told you guys a story before about, that girl that started like a week after me and said, well, my channel is going, and I said, well, that's okay. I'm happy for you. I really was happy for her, but I always wanted, I looked at my video from when I had 40 subscribers. I'm trying to put something together, you know, with all my different things until I got monetized, all my celebrations. And I had 40 subscribers and I was like, oh, I can't wait till I get 10 more and I can go live. And then I was too scared, but now you can't shut me up. But then I had 70, and on that 70, I couldn't find it. And then I found it on the end of a video. And I was like, I said the same thing. I told Mike, I said the same thing that I always say, you know, I just want to get to know you guys. And I really genuinely do. And also I said the same thing of, if you don't want to be here, if you think that I just want you as a number, please don't subscribe, because I don't want numbers, because you know what, they end up getting taken away anyway. So I don't know. It just, I understand that they're trying to say that, you know, we like you, but I don't have time a day to watch you. I know, it's just like, I know everybody can't, like, I don't have, you know, 1,500 people here every day. And, you know, but some, they drop back in, they come back on, you know, everybody's busy in their lives and, you know, they come and go. Like, my friend, Shirley from Van Life, I reach out to the people and I say, you know, I haven't seen you, but I miss you, you know, to let them know that I do notice that they're not there. Thank you, birds. You all have a great day. Stay blessed. Okay, Mel, have a great day, honey. Make big bucks, Mel, big bucks. But I don't know. It's just, I just really love people and I want to know them. And I told, you know, a lot of them too, that whenever they, hello, Mads. Greetings and salutations, Sally, all in the chat. Great catch. You're live, and say thanks for the content you. Oh, thank you. That is, see what I mean, guys? That's what I want in here. But you know, a lot of times I get Ray from Dashing Womble. Him and this other guy. James the Brit, he doesn't have a channel, but he's a great follower. He always says, you know, Sally and those trolls, because when I go in Ray's things, sometimes he has trolls, and I like to play with the trolls. I like to, you know, mess with them and stuff. Don't you want to be my friend? But on here, even yesterday, that I'm assuming it was a young man, you know, said something to me, and I said, well, that's not very nice, but I will pray for you. And I said, you do owe me an apology, right? Hello, Mike the Bike Dasher. See, that's what I'm talking about. There he is. He's a busy guy, and he stops in to say hello. But I said to him, you know, you owe me an apology. And I don't know who was here, but he said, I'm sorry. And that's what, you know, they joke about, you know, that I get them to say, you know, because I think Allie was talking about that yesterday, about, you know, you're the only one I know that trolls say they're sorry to. I don't know. Maybe it's that mother's eye, you know. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Mike. I got that monetization, the partial monetization, and I was filling that out. And I'm still wondering about something. Something wasn't doing it, and I finally got my driver's license on there, but it keeps saying you need more things on here, and I'm like, well, what do you need? Just tell me. I think it's something to do with the tax information. I don't know what exactly they need. Probably just a social number, but I can't get in there to do it. But if you can see up there, I think the super chat thing's on there. Is that on there, guys? I think I filled that out right, but I don't know how I did it without the ×2 Mike. Yeah, Mike the Dasher, the Bike Dasher, and Mike Adventure Sparks. I would say something trying to be funny, but I don't want to hurt Mike's feelings. Oh, I keep forgetting that's the old iced coffee cup. Because Mike and I go back and forth with that. So, did you scan? Yes, I scanned it front and back of my driver's license. Is that all they need for taxes? Because here's what happened, guys. This is the problem. Last year, let's see, or was it the year before? When my son Maddie gets me my Premiere where I don't have to watch commercials. My Premiere YouTube, while he was going on there, because I always bought it myself. And then he said, Mommy, I want to get you, that for your birthday. So I said, oh, okay, that's great, because I would use it every day, because I do literally use it every day. So he went on there. Aw, thank you, Mike. He is my first, just like with my buy me a coffee. Thank you, Michael. Thanks. But anyway, so he put his credit card on there, and it wouldn't load me as the person who was on that account. It kept putting up Matthew Davis, right? And I'm like, well, how am I going to get that off? And it says that I need an authorized person to do it. And I said, but wait, this is my channel. So somehow I got him off of there and put my own debit card or credit card on there. So, then when it goes to renew, it won't go on Maddie's card. So, but that is just, because I couldn't figure out what was wrong, and I kept bothering Colleen from Colleen's Corner, and I was like, why isn't this doing that? So, I don't know. It's just, there's like little things, and I'm trying to do it on my phone. I was trying to do it on my laptop, but then it wouldn't take something. So I went back on my phone, and I couldn't get through this one section. And sure enough, oh my gosh, Lori, that's so generous, Lori. Don't do that. Don't make me cry, because I'm not begging for anything. But thank you guys. I don't want to cry on here. Thank you, Mike. I love you, Mike. You know I do. Or I wouldn't spend so much time with you. Anyway, but what was I saying? You guys. Oh my gosh. I'm very blessed. What was I talking about? I don't know. I see you didn't read it. I couldn't. Oh, say congratulations on getting monetization paperwork done. I know, Scott. I owe that to you, Scott. Thank you so much. I will. Let me see what Lori said. Can I click on that? Can I click on what Lori said? Oh wait, what does it say? Congratulations, you did it. It won't let me see anything else on there. Let me see, replies. I'm sorry, I'm looking to see what Lori wrote on there, but I'm going to end up losing you guys. You see this nonsense? Okay, you know what? Now I have the now I have all the emojis on here. Okay. All right, Sal. So anyways, you guys are just like too good to me. But so next week or this Saturday when we do the trivia, I was thinking to liven it up a little bit. If we could do 80s cartoons, what do you think about that? Grandma Moore, you cannot afford that. She's trying to start reselling in that. Guys, you guys are too, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I wasn't, thank you guys. Okay, I'm just going to say thank you. Just like I have to learn how to take compliments. You just say thank you, right? You don't, this old thing or whatever. You're supposed to take compliments. So, but anyway, what do you guys think of, oh, maybe if I go back, I can see what Lori wrote. Oh, yeah, I can. Wait, let me see. Go back. You did it. Congratulations. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, wow. That is so awesome, Lori. Thank you. I had a hard time setting up verification because it wasn't taking the image of my license. I'm nowhere near being able to make YouTube monies. Very, very noise? What does that mean? Thank you, Heather. So anyway, I'm just trying to make sure I acknowledge you all. But anyway, what do you guys think of 80s cartoons? Heather, you're always there. Maybe good at 80s cartoons. Yeah, 80s cartoons. Who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? Oh, I'll find questions. That's not the problem. I just thought, because we did 80s, 90s music. I didn't like the 2000 music, and then they were recycling the questions. And so then I lost Scott on that one. So then last week we did 80s. Gabriel, stop. 80s TV and movies, which we probably should just did one and then do the other the next week. And then very is very. Oh, okay, I thought you were the other Mike. Noise is not. Oh. And Mike and I'm sorry, Mike. I was thinking it was the other Mike. Sorry, I get your language because I'm used to it. But anyway, so do you guys think cartoons or what do you guys think? Because I will do anything. I'm up for everything. And then I'm trying to think of if there's anything that you guys want to us to cook. I mean, we don't have to do cooking. I don't know. Are you enjoying the cooking? Hello, I was just talking about you, Sunny. I was talking about how you taught Yvonne to do some things on her live. Yes, I was just talking about you. But anyway, so do you guys like the start with a recipe, some trivia, and then do the recipe? Do you guys like that? Because it does take a lot of planning, but Daryl and I don't mind. We do really like to do that stuff for you guys. But and then we get the benefits of eating it. But so yeah, because I even had some more of that spaghetti squash yesterday. It was so good, so good. You know how things taste a lot better like the next day. That spaghetti squash was so, because usually we have it, but I don't have another serving of it the next day. Oh my goodness, that spaghetti squash was so good. I think the next time we're going to put like peppers and stuff in it too. But we put those sweet onions in it and we cooked them in the grease from the we put hot sausage in there. So if you ever had a spaghetti squash, guys, they are really good. So we have that recipe from our last video. So hey, hello, there's my daughter, my adopted YouTube daughter, Jess the best. I'm not feeling well, but I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I just got that monetization, Jess. Do you remember when I was on 70 subscribers? I was just watching a video when you were talking about that. And Jess, I was meaning to text you about Mimi. I hope, she's not sick again with her eyes. Somebody, I think Colleen said something about it. But I've been meaning to get in touch with her. Is she okay? Is Mimi okay? Mimi's her daughter. And she's 8 years old, right? 8. Hello, Kimberly. We had some really nice readings, Kim, if you want to do the replay. I'm up for anything. I just like watching you and Daryl, the love, me bopping him on the head. Yes, I got to get some other devices to torture my husband. He was laughing the other day. He was laughing the other day because I was telling a story on here, I believe. I was editing and I had told the story when I was driving. And I was talking about how my kids only had a playground to play in, not playground, parking lot. They didn't have a playground. And so I went out and bought hula hoops and stuff, and I bought jump ropes. Little did I know that they were going to start tying each other up with the jump ropes, because they really did. Oh my gosh, they were going to play horsey, and they tied each other around the neck, and boy, did that nun get it. Oh, I got an ear lashing. That was like toward the beginning of my career there. And I was just trying to do something nice for my kiddos so they had things instead of getting into trouble, and then we came up with painting things like the United States on the parking lot, in one of the parking spaces, but we marked it off where no one could park there anymore. But we made the United States, painted the United States, and then like hopscotch and things like that. But I thought the jump ropes were a good idea, but I don't know. Mimi is better. Oh, geez. Yesterday we had Libby throwing up everywhere. Now we have Jake in there. See, they're little piggies. That's why. But anyway, Daryl and I have been working on some prizes for that. So, but we always play just for fun. Maybe we'll just have a drawing at the end. And I still have this on here. Let me see how I get this off. I still have the little typewriter on there, and I don't know how to get it off of there. But Daryl and I made this, but then we didn't put anything on the back. We did remember to mirror it so you could read it in real life, but on the back, perhaps, whoever wins, I could try to put it back in there and see if I can get their name or something, but it's kind of naked. But these are just starters, And then last week's mug that we were going to do is what I did with the thumbnail, with me going like I'm Vanna White, far from it. And then I told him if we could make this longer, spread it all the way around. So that's what we're trying to do, because there's like naked spots, when you're drinking a cup of coffee, it should be, don't you guys agree that things should be on both sides of the coffee cup? This one's from the first week that we did it, too. So I had them here, but I get so excited with everything, so we can just do a drawing in that, but we'll see how much that costs to mail stuff. Now I have money to mail stuff. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what animals do, Justin, just like kiddos. Yeah, so yeah, remember, Jess, how I had you make my little thumbnail, because she's like, you just do this, this, and this, and then I was like, but I don't know how. Can you do it for me? And Jess did that for me. My first two thumbnails I did for announcing, when we did trivia back in the day, when we first started. But I have a lot of friends that help me out, and Jess is a good girl. And oh, there's Chris Lee. Chris Lee, good morning, my darling. Which mud is better looking between those two? Well, this one here, don't look at the being backwards. I do have it on mirror on, but you have to have the camera the other way. But there's this one. And Justin, there's this one that says Sunrise with Sally. But they're all nice. They're like, it says you could put them in a dishwasher. These are all smooth, but it says you could put them in a dishwasher, and I wouldn't. I got the official Cricut cups. Like I bought, from Cricut to put in that device. Oh, thank you, Dean. Come on now, Dean. Dean is the one I credit with telling me to put you guys behind me on the TV. Because I talk to Dean a lot. If you watch Each Day with Dean, you don't have to watch it. I like to listen to him, and I like to listen to DJ. DJ is 3D? Oh, tell me DJ's channel. I always get messed up with people's channels. But this other one, I like this one better, Justin. It has me being Vanna, and it says, only true 80s kids will know this. And it says 80s music, movies, and TV trivia. And it has like the DeLorean from Back to the Future. and it has a Rubik's Cube and a VHS tape. I like that. I like that one. And my colorful glasses. But those are some things that I'm practicing now. So you get my rejects now. Those are the only three we made. But I just thought you guys can try them out because I want people to try things out too, like shirts and that, because I want to see how well they wash up before I sell anything. Because I don't want to put my name on something that isn't good quality. So I don't know. That's just my thing. I don't. This is really annoying me with this. I don't know how to get that off of there. That thing, but okay. Because I can't see you guys. All right. That keyboard is still there. All right. So don't forget to hit the love button, the like button on there, guys. All righty then. Where are we at now? Let's see. Chris Lee's here. Debbie Sue's still here. Justin Sunny's here. My sunshine girls. I'm like Vanna. I like the Vanna one too. It's cute. And the 80s stuff, it tops. Yeah, yeah. Now this one here has 80s stuff on it, but it's too busy. It has a record, a peace sign and that. It has a microphone. See, this one's too busy. You know, you can't really see it. But here, you know, especially Scott, you could have, you know, my cartoon. My very, but but anyway, I think we will do the cartoon one because I love the Smurfs and you know, like like you guys said, the turtles, and there's so many. When was Captain Caveman? I loved Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman. Oh, Jess, thank you, honey. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sunny made a pose for you this morning. Didn't see you. Oh, you made a post. I was watching your one from yesterday, Dean. I was up at 1:30 in the morning again. Third day in a row. I usually get up at 3. Third day in a row, 1:30 in the morning. I don't know what's going on. Was that late 70s? You know, Captain Caveman. Or what about Inspector Gadget? I don't know. Like my 70s and 80s are a little confused. But yeah, I like all those cartoons. You know, back, you guys remember, well, some of you will remember, Saturday was cartoon day. You know, there wasn't any cartoons on any other time. And it was Saturday cartoon, you know, in the morning you watch cartoons. You know, I worked at Kmart at the time, so I'd watch my cartoons before I went to work. It's like I grew up with Inspector Gadget. Oh, Chrisley, is it your birthday, honey? Happy birthday, Chrisley. Oh, I wish I knew. Cece was my little brother's favorite. Oh, Captain Caveman. Hanna-Barbera, late 70s, early, yeah. What other guys? What were some of your favorites? So I'm gonna get questions, but let me know what some of your Scott. What was your favorite cartoon when you were a lad? When you were a lad, Scott, what was you know, your favorite cartoon? CL, what was your favorite? Mike, Adventure Spark, Chris Lee, The Bugs Bunny Roadrunner Show. Beep beep. It just, you know, yeah, that was kind of cute, Daryl. Or Elmer Fudd, you know, I like that too. Tom and Jerry. There's so many. Yeah, we should do cartoon. We should do cartoons. So start studying for Saturday's quiz. Ninja Turtles, Voltron, Thundercats. I remember Thundercats. Oh my gosh. And oh my gosh. Now, should we include like no, I completely forgot. What are those it was a TV show with kids on it and they were in red, blue, in that they were what are they called? Daryl, what were they called? Because the boys had those little figures of them. Dang, it just left my brain. I just saw today. Congratulations on monetizing, Sister Sally. Yeah, thank you so much. Underdog. Oh, I loved Underdog. Daryl loved, who drove the little car, Daryl? Excuse me. Um, uh, Daryl, what's that one that you had that? Because Daryl was selling a bunch of his stuff, so because a bunch of our his little toys and stuff. Oh, Scooby Doo, Grandma Moore. Scooby Doo, Scooby Dooby Doo. Oh, Transformers. That's what I was talking about. Transformers. And what were those kids in the GI Joe? Yeah. Oh, Woody Woodpecker. Oh my gosh. Power Rangers. That's what I was talking about. There we go. Power Rangers. Um, Man, there's a Grape Ape. Magilla, Gorilla. Oh my gosh. This is so awesome. There's a movie coming out this year of Masters of the Universe, He-Man, Henry. Oh, my older son's going to be in heaven. He used to do that with his dad. Speed Racer. Daryl loves Speed Racer. He has a car he was trying to sell. I don't know if he sold that, but we're not getting rid of it. We're rehoming our treasures. Yeah, we're rehoming our treasure. And Garfield. Yes, I have Garfield living here. His name is Jake. My parents bought me a little corncob pipe so you could pretend to be, oh, Popeye, and olive oil. Oh, and don't forget about, I know Snoopy's been around for years and years, but Snoopy has made it to all different decades. Heckle and Jekyll. Gumby. I haven't thought about Gumby in so long. Gumby and Pokey. I had those little bendables. I told you I'm like a big kid. My mom bought us those, and Fat Albert. Oh my gosh. Fat Albert. I loved him. And then they made that movie. Yes, and they had the best theme songs. They sure did. Because I don't know if it was me or little Daryl. We like listening to like soundtracks of different movies and stuff, and they had one that was cartoons, and that's too bad we can't play that in the background during the live. But yeah, are you like if we have a different? Oh, because it's on YouTube. I was gonna say if we had a different stream thing, but we're broadcasting it on YouTube, so you can't. Wow, the wind is really blowing out there. But that's too bad, because, we're just showing our My Little Pony. Oh my gosh, now we're getting into my sister. She's 10 years younger than me. Oh, yeah, I know all of this. The Cabbage Patch Kids. Oh, Care Bears. I love Care Bears. Guys, we could go on all day. This is awesome. This is awesome. Grape Ape was number one fave for me, too. Yeah, Grape Ape. Yeah. And all of the cartoons most of the cartoons were even, Ninja Turtles, it wasn't really violent, unless Shredder came into the picture. But, they were all, what's his name? Bebop and something, Shredder's sidekicks. Rocksteady and Bebop, is that what their names? Rainbow Bright, Silverhawk, but they were all so nice, not, I'm sorry, but I think SpongeBob would have been that stupid. Because my kids would watch it. I'm like, oh, turn the volume down, and I would go in another room. Holly Hobby, yes. Rocksteady, yes, Rocksteady. Oh, that's it. That's it. So, did you have boys too, CL, or did you like those cartoons yourself? That is Strawberry Shortcake. But don't you think that they were more wholesome and, things that kids should be watching? Where now kids are, watching, playing video games and are like, pew, 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 as Mike says, pew, pew. And it's like, it's so different from, when we were a kid. I don't know. It just, cartoons were something you just watched and you laughed. Now it's like, when I see kids, my boys were watching, I'd be like, oh my goodness, who bought you that? Who bought you that video game? But oh, not me. I wouldn't buy that stuff for them. I loved the Smurfs. That was my favorite, the Smurfs. I had a collection of Smurfs. Yeah, I still have Smurfs on my windowsill. I just, they had like all the different personalities and things. I love the Smurfs. And Scooby Doo, because Scooby Doo has SD, so Sally D on his necklace. I always thought he was thinking about me, but you know, I know it's his name. Um, Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah, I'm an 80s kid. I grew up with cereal in front of set. Yeah, but now kids can just turn on the TV and watch cartoons anywhere, anytime they want to. So, but yeah. Don't forget to hit the love button, guys, for my hugs. I really appreciate that. Um, but anyway, guys, I think I kept you a long time. This has been really fun, really fun. I can't wait till Saturday now. And if there's anything that you guys like, do you guys want me to do? Don't do a recipe, or do you guys like that? Because we have the air fryer we can still do. The crock pot's old, you know, that's old days. But there's so many things that I can think of. Because, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day. I know I'm digressing. I was talking to someone the other day, and I was talking about fried bologna sandwich, and they're like, "What's a fried bologna sandwich?" And I thought, well, maybe I should demonstrate that. But all of us on the East Coast, we know what a fried bologna sandwich is, right? It's even better when you make it in the air fryer, right? But I learned from the cafeteria lady, because when they would make grilled cheese, because I never ate, you know, anything from the lunchroom. I always brought my own lunch, you know. And but when they had grilled cheese, that smell lingered. It's like, oh my gosh. But she would put like sourdough bread, right? And then put the like butter on it and stuff. And then she put it in a pan in the oven. And then the crust would be all crunchy. That was the most delicious grilled cheese I ever had in my life. So I've been putting it in the air fryer. And with the sourdough bread, that is really good. But now we're giving up bread. We're trying to get our act together here. But we're not like giving up all bread, you know, because you can't live life without bread, right? You can't live life without bread. But just limiting it. Blues Clues, yeah. My son, Maddie, he loved, but this was more 90s, the big comfy couch. He loved that because I would say, okay, let's do our 10-second tidy when he would need to clean up stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so anyway, guys, leave messages in if I didn't see it. Leave it in the comments. I love you guys, and I'm sorry I just boop, boop, boop. I'm just having so much fun with you guys, and I hate to say goodbye. But thank you for hitting the like button, the hug button, and I look forward to seeing you guys the next time. And I'm gonna get those things, all those questions together. If you guys have any questions, email them to me, and we'll put them on. All right, guys. So, oh, this here thing here. You guys like the horizontal? I'm digressing again. All right. I'll see you guys. I'll see you when I see ya. Bye. And thank you all of you for who, you know, the super chat thing, or I don't even know what it's called, but thank you. That was so nice of you guys. All right. I love you guys. Bye. No, you can't do it. It won't, that keyboard is stuck. Ay, 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 mother in heaven. Okay, we're stuck on. Oh my goodness.